I thought you were putting it like out there, like telling them to come.
No.
Okay.
Dude, I just found out.
I can smell it from like the entrance.
We have more.
Oh my god.
I've done a lot of events as an ad guy. Hi.
Okay, your guys' tables right here.
Actually, yeah.
Cool.
How many marshmallows do we have cooked? Like how many cookies we need to lay out?
I get a napkin.
In the kitchen, wrist twisted like a stir fry. In the kitchen, wrist twisted like a stir fry. In the kitchen, wrist twisted like a stir fry.
What's up, guys? We got a First Amendment fair going on over here. We got a lot of groups and clubs. It's gonna be super fun. Guys, it's First Amendment. It's what makes America so incredible. Oh, that's what we like to see.
Here's my problem with college football. There's too many damn teams. Too many teams. That's basically it. Too many teams.
Let me tell you this, that's a good thing. There's only 32 NFL teams, all right?
That's easy to keep up with, and sometimes I can't even keep up with them.
But here's the thing, if there's bad matchups, you're screwed. You only have like, what, 16 of them? NFL is like lunch in high school. You only have a few options, and if it's bad one day, that's it, I'm sorry. College football, it's like college and lunch. Sure, there's gonna be bad games at maybe, you know, a certain building over there. But there's also gonna be a Subway game, there's gonna be a Papa John's game, there's gonna be a Hawk Fieldhouse game. You can't argue, that's quality. That's quality right there.
You want to get up on the soapbox?
I'll get up on the soapbox. Give me a topic.
Conor McGregor versus Khabib. Should there be a rematch?
There absolutely should be a rematch. Both sides did something wrong. Both sides violated rules that are in place. I think they should have a rematch, quite frankly. It was a decent fight. I mean, Conor McGregor did not perform well at all to any standard, but it was a great fight. I think it raised a lot of dollars, and I think half of those dollars should go to a charity of their choice.
Because Khabib fair and square beat McGregor on the floor and wrestling the whole match. Also, McGregor insulted his religion, his family, and I don't remember something. But there should not be one. He beat him fair and square. Khabib is 27-0. Conor just talks a lot of crap. So, there should not be a rematch.
Every student deserves an A.
Amen.
Not every student deserves an A. You are not all exceptional.
Amen.
You are not all extraordinary. And A stands for absolutely awesome. So when you start my class what you are. C, what? Average. Because all of you people don't know anything about the subject matter that I teach. But you want me to give you an A. I don't have to give you an A. You can earn an A. Woo! So to earn an A, you have to do more than just come to class. You have to do more than just read the assignment. You have to prove to me that you are inventive and creative and innovative and an intellectual. Show me that you care about my subject matter. Show me that you absolutely believe that I am brilliant, because I am. I want you to be the best. And being the best means doing more than average work. Why don't I give you more instructions? Because I want you to learn on your own. I want you to be a critical thinker. I want you to play and to innovate. And somewhere along the way, somebody told all of you people that if you show up, you get a trophy. Well, guess what? I am fresh out of trophies. So if you want an A from me, by God, you better earn that A. And I'm out.
Hi, Matt.
Hey. Stuff and things.
Full part of the glass.
Right.
Sometimes.
Right.
It's
People from other organizations are here.
Gay rights are human rights. Yes. Transgender rights are human rights.
Yes.
Within the earlier this week, there's a conversation started with the Trump admin that sex or gender will be defined as your biological sex, stripping the rights from transgender folk all in the nation. There are 1.5 million people in this nation that identify as transgender. No matter what you do in the government to take our rights away, we're still here and we're still gonna live our truth. So try us, we will keep fighting. And it is important for anybody who doesn't identify as trans, that still sees those as human rights, to also fight with us. So we're all human. Well, I mean, women's rights, we have a long way to go in general, but
Absolutely.
I think trans rights too, I mean, people are, I mean, the Trump admin, what I just said on the soapbox, I mean, he just like took our rights by defining gender as biological sex.
Yeah.
You're taking away the rights of transgender people being able to live their own truth, have surgeries that they want to have, go on hormones, be covered by insurance, you know, things like that. So what does it look like is just having equal rights to all other people.
Yeah.
And that goes with anything, any minority group, any sex, gender,
Absolutely.
whatever it is. So
Absolutely.
get up on this soapbox.
Oh, I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
I don't know. So I haven't, I've been out for, I think, 2-3 years now as transgender. And I personally just am the type of person that I just live my life.
Yeah.
I'm not super caught up in the policies that protect me because luckily we do live in a free world no matter what. I mean, even this crap that's going on with Trump, I can still safely walk through this world, at least on this campus.
Gotcha.
So, but there are people that are being threatened and beaten up in bathrooms. You know, I mean, the bathroom policy where there's a trans woman using a women's restroom and being pulled out of the restroom because of who she is.
I just think it's so interesting how it wasn't an issue before. It was never an issue.
No.
It was made an issue, but it wasn't an issue to begin with. Like, I can't think of one instance where somebody would actively go into a restroom during broad daylight to actively sexually assault somebody, which isn't even part of the conversation to begin with, because it's not like.
No, and I read something like when this all came out about women being sexually assaulted, they said last year you were protecting women from being sexually assaulted, and now you don't care about women being sexually assaulted. So where do we
I was
stand?
actually in North Carolina when all that was happening, the original state in which they were kind of starting that conversation. I just thought it was so ridiculous.
Well, I don't understand why my life, or what I do with my own truth and how I walk authentically doesn't affect you.
It doesn't.
So why are we trying to get all in each other's business?
Absolutely.
It doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
If it doesn't hurt you or anyone else, then, like, do whatever you want.
Exactly.
As long as you're not hurting anyone. And you're
You're not going around stabbing people.
Exactly.
And then that's pretty much it.
Exactly. So,
Preferably say nicer things.
as a straight male, how can I help?
Speak up. I mean, don't speak over us, but speak with us. You know, I mean, everything I just said, keep the message going and be respectful.
Yeah.
Essentially, be kind.
Absolutely.
That's all we can do.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, I'm not the type of person that goes and tries to change policy within our government, because that just doesn't interest me. But I walk through this life just being kind to others, and that's all you can do. So love's going to change the world. Nothing else. So.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
That was good. Yeah. Thank you.
But I care for you as a human being.
Yeah.
And if there's one thing that scares me right now, it's that people are trying to rip us all apart. You're not this, you're not that, I don't agree, you hate this. Bullshit. You're a human being. You're a human being. You're a human being. And I can love you just for that. I don't need any more. And the people that want to pull us apart, I want to ask why. Why do you want to pull us apart? Why do you want us to hate each other? Why do you want us to all be mad at each other? Can't we do something better together? Can't we be more than what makes us different? Can't we do that? Can you do that? Yeah. There are people that want to use you as a tool to pull us apart. Why? What's left if we're pulled apart except the powerful over there and the powerful over there? This is supposed to be about us. And I don't know if we know what us is anymore. So I and you and all of us, we're us. This is it. So are we going to let those polar people pull us apart, rip us to shreds, take us down? Or can we find something where we grab hands and say, you matter. You matter to me. My life is better because you're here. You make the world a better place just because you're here. And if we can use that and use what you got, use Eddie's s'mores and all of that, we can make the world a better place again. So I don't care what you think you are, or what label you wear, or what color you are, I don't care. But I do care about you.
2 minutes.
And if you will care about someone else,
All right, the title of this lecture is The South Got Something to Say. The Dirty South is the most important area in all of rap music because it has a further reaching influence than any other spot. The East Coast may have the origin story, the East Coast may have the origin of drums, rhythm, all that, but the South invented swagger, they invented style, they invented grace, they transcended the way that people put rhythm on bars. The South got something to say, and that's all that Andre 3000 had to say about it. Andre 3000, of course, being from Atlanta, Georgia, is one of the most influential rappers of all time. Without rappers like Andre 3000, you don't have this entire new wave of weirdo rappers. Andre 3000 was one of the first rappers to put on a skirt and some banana pants and say, look what I'm gonna do. Put on a football jersey, football helmet, and another skirt with some heels on and go and perform at the BET Awards. The South got something to say because of rappers like Andre 3000. People who put different stories on different beats and change your mind every time. You can never, ever, 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 ever beat the South because the South got something to say. And that's all I gotta say. No.
No, go back. Go back. What about LL Cool J?
What about him?
He's the most influential rapper out there. He started the game.
Nobody
He's still
wears their
rapping.
pants like this anymore.
Everybody's trying to take his microphone though.
30.
Nobody wants a microphone that you lip sync through.
But what about Ice Cube?
Oh, Ice-T.
I put the entire Midwest on the radar, and I'll give him that. However, Ice Cube is a top 10 rapper, but not more influential than Andre 3000, and that's all I got to say about this.
Come on, everybody agree with it? You don't have
Yes,
to
they
agree
agree.
with who's on
Yes, they agree, 'cause I'm
the
right.
You don't have to agree with who's on the soapbox. You just got to be willing to get up there and stand your ground.
I feel like Lil Wayne.
Yeah, there was 2 minutes. What? Say it again.
Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne. I think you need to go.
Y'all can keep
go
going.
back. This is an argument, man. This is what we do.
All right,
That's
bro.
First Amendment.
So, responding to what this man just said, I feel like Lil Wayne is more influential than him. And who did you say?
Oh, I said LL
Cool J.
They put me
LL Cool J kind of whack. But look, Lil Wayne got everybody wearing dreads with tattoos on their face. Every rapper you see with a tattoo on their face is from Lil Wayne. It's a lot of them these days.
Gucci Man?
Lil Wayne came out before Gucci.
No, Gucci been out since like 2003. And he had the
Lil Wayne been out since the 90s. You remember the Hot Boys?
Yeah, he didn't have a tattoo on his face in the 90s.
Bro, I feel like Lil Wayne started all this.
Stand around the soapbox.
Hey, get on the soapbox. Get this man on the soapbox.
I don't got nothing to say about Gucci Man.
I'd
But
like
Gucci
to
Man.
point out that both of the rappers that these young men have cited
Get close
have
to the
said
soapbox.
in interviews, I'm sorry, I'm so
Wait.
sorry,
Go ahead.
that Andre 3000 is one of their
No,
influences.
Andre 3000 is cold.
Wait, I don't know if what he's saying is true or not.
That is true.
What?
I'm not sure about
Hey
that.
man, get it from a music columnist, man. I'm telling you right now, I studied this. I've read books about it. I've read books about the Dirty South with Lil Wayne on the cover, where he talks about Andre 3000 being his influence. It's all good though. The South just still got something to say. Everybody from the South.
The South is running the game.
That was good. Now that's how you do it.
Topic don't nobody like to talk about. Can we talk about being sexual? Okay, so why are girls shamed for loving sex and then they're shamed for not wanting to have sex, but then guys can do whatever they want?
You better preach.
The difference, you can love sex, but the bad thing is when you're trying to convince every girl that you love them and you're breaking hearts and then they're traumatized and they don't want to do anything. That's the bad thing, not loving sex, not having sex with a lot of people. The bad thing is when you make these people feel all these different feelings and then you just leave them in the dirt. That's the bad thing. Or when you know, like, okay, when you're like trying to break up relationships, That's a bad thing too. Not being sexual, sex is good. For women, women, it's okay to love sex. Like I just had a speaker tell me, it was like a week ago, and she was like, it's okay to love, like having sex, to be okay with your body. I'm very confident in my body. I don't think I'm a hoe. I love sex. That's all.
Soapbox. Soapbox. Soapbox.
I completely agree with what she's saying, but every man in the crowd right now, I want you to know that we have to work way harder than women to have sex with these women. I understand where she's coming from. But in no situation could a man get on the elevator
Soapbox.
and an elevator full of women and say, I want to have sex, and them not look at her like, I mean, and these females not look at this man like he's crazy. But a woman could be in that same situation, and she could pull any man that she wants. If she's not ugly, I feel like a woman can have sex with whoever she wants, and she doesn't really have to decide.
That's the same thing applies. You cute, you can have sex with whoever you want.
Yeah.
No, I understand that, but I feel like women's body. No. I understand. I just feel like women don't have to work as hard. And if you give your body up to any man, if you give up your body to any man, I feel like that's less respectful. But hey, okay.
He said, wait a minute.
I'm not gonna be up there. But all he was saying is that women get sex easier. It's more easy.
I think that's a fact.
For y'all to get it than it is. Guys have to put in work. You know what I'm saying? You have to at
That
least-
doesn't mean lie.
No, you ain't
I don't agree with that.
You
We don't gotta lie.
lie yourself. Like as a woman, you don't really have to. Like guys are automatically drawn to you. But as a man, you have to get women.
Y'all don't understand that struggle.
It's not really a struggle.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel what he was saying.
Is it struggle to slide in the DMs? That's what I'm asking.
It don't.
You guys say it's easier for women, but if it's a guy I'm actually interested in, what if it is hard? It may be hard. Like, he could be into someone totally different. He could be committed to somebody. He could have just not be interested. Not every woman can walk up and be like, hey, I'm available. Talk to me. Because it's not going to happen like that. Every day of my life.
I'm talking about you experience that maybe once or twice, but a man experiences that every time he's trying to talk to a female.
A man that knows that he's a confident person and he has something to offer somebody just doesn't walk up and be like,
Yeah, me too.
you can talk to me now. You have to be, they have to choose
But that's
you,
how
or you have
women
to
act
choose them.
though.
I don't. Why?
I'm not talking about you specifically, but a lot of women do act like that though.
So you done research or you just assuming?
Have you done research?
I'm just saying it ain't.
I don't think either of us have done research.
I mean,
We speaking from past
I'm
experience.
just saying, like, it really ain't that easy. We ain't got it all like that.
Some women do, and some women think they do.
So when we got it like that, we consider hoes though.
I never said that.
But I'm just
Did I say
saying.
that though? I never said that though.
Stigma
Did
when
I
you
say that
got it.
though? I never
You a
said
hoe
that.
when everybody
I never
talk to
said
you.
that.
You just say
No. I said it is less respectable for women to throw around their bodies like that because it's easier for them to be able to do it. Men aren't able to do it like that.
Why is it less respectful?
Because it's easy to do it.
Wait, hold on.
First they can do stop me, that make me a bad bitch because I'm covered, right?
I didn't say that. Did I say that? I didn't say that though.
You got all these stigmas but no facts. If I
Do you
got on
have any
clothes,
facts?
if I have on
You didn't
clothes,
bring up any
I'm a
facts
good
about you both speaking
person.
from
And if
our
I'm
past
naked,
experience.
I'm a hoe. I'm confused.
I don't feel like you're a hoe unless you're doing whole things.
What's whole
What are whole things? I just explained what whole things are.
Y'all know what whole things are. We living in a society where it's acceptable to be a hoe, and y'all don't want to accept what a hoe is. That's what it is. There's nothing wrong with being a hoe. If you're a hoe, then just be a hoe. It's not like
label. It's not.
a woman that throws around her body willingly. It doesn't care about who she's having sex with. That's what I feel like.
Yeah, you were
And a man can be a hoe too.
Oh, yeah.
It's just going back and forth. I was doing.
And you can't just walk around having sex with whoever you have sex with, willy-nilly having sex with everybody in this crowd and be like, I'm not a hoe.
I know it's body count police.
Huh?
Who made you the body count police? You can do what you want to.
You can do what you want with your body. I'm not
Why
telling
you
you
got
can't
so
do
much
it.
issues? Mind your body and I'm gonna mind mine.
I'm just saying, if you're a hoe,
So it makes me a hoe because my body count high. I'm just saying, so if you a girl, you a hoe because your body count high.
It's going around your body like a hoe.
You can have a body count of 30.
You a hoe too because you wanted the hoe, right? You got
If I'm a hoe, then I'm a hoe. I'm not a hoe though.
Why is hoe a label?
Huh?
Why is hoe a label?
Why is anything a label? Do you not want to be labeled anything?
I don't want to be labeled anything.
Well, then that's fine. You don't have to be labeled
My best
anything.
life.
That's fine.
Why are you judging me?
But if somebody's like, hey man, is she a hoe? I'm not talking about you. If she is a hoe, then I'm gonna be like, she is a hoe. I'm
But
not.
how you know if you don't know her because you know her body count high?
I mean, if I do know that she's having sex with everybody on campus, then she is a hoe. I'm not gonna
Like
listen to
everybody
her.
else is like what she got to offer.
I mean, these are facts. I mean, if you want to throw around your body and let everybody have sex with you, then you are a hoe. You are a hoe.
Wait, if you want to let everybody have sex with you?
It's a soapbox.
What you're trying to say is why a whore is a label. You know, why that term is like, why not something like you're looking very pretty or you're handsome? Why not that is label? Just widen your thought. Because that can only get you towards
Those
a
are
solution.
negative labels.
So if a
good
man is out here raping kids, is he a rapist or is he just a man?
No. What I'm trying to
out here
say
raping kids?
That's not the
we
same.
gotta change it by our reaction. We gotta stop reacting. What she's trying to do is, she's trying to say is, stop labeling the word whore. Stop labeling the fact that someone is a whore. But the solution is for us to stop reacting when someone is called a whore. Like when someone is called a handsome, when I'm called handsome, people don't react. I don't take it offensively. You know, when someone is called a whore, that person takes it offensively. So what we gotta do is,
it's an offensive term.
It's offensive. You can make it offensive.
Till the time we are gonna keep
Sexual
it's gonna change.
is the term if you want to say I have sex a lot. You're very sexual.
There's a thin line.
There's nothing wrong with being a hoe. I completely.
I needed to realize.
I applaud all the women who
like man hoes don't exist.
There's a man.
Let's
If
not
a man
pretend
is a
like
hoe,
man
he's a hoe
We've
too.
got one more soapbox.
It
You just said it's less respectful, did you not?
To me, but it don't matter what I think though,
What
right?
is the negative term?
No. We gotta
To
be
me,
very
it
strict about
don't
the
matter
fact.
what if I think it's a negative term.
Thank you.
We gotta be very strict that it's not a negative term.
Honestly followed anything quite like that. But it took us an hour and we got the point of the soapbox, right? The soapbox is, in America, we can say almost anything to anyone and you're entitled to your point of view. So I liked the give and take of the last 5 minutes because we weren't forcing somebody to get up here, oh please do it, nobody's up there. That was a real dialogue about something people really cared about. And there's those of you who've had my class, you know there's nothing I care about more than the First Amendment. Because the First Amendment defines what it means to be an American more than anything else that we have. Because after we founded the country and after we established the Constitution, we added 10 rights to it, or 10 bills, the Bill of Rights to it. And the first one protects 5 freedoms. It protects religion, it protects speech, it protects the press, it protects, you tell me, what's the next one? Assembly. And petition. What that means is your right to go to church or not go to church, believe in God or not believe in God, is not up for a vote. Your ability to speak and your ability to publish is not up for a vote. I don't get to decide if Dr. Buck has a right to free speech because she's an American, so she does. So that's not up for vote. The First Amendment to the Constitution is a counter-majoritarian document because there are some things so important to be an American, we don't vote on them. We can vote on the president and kick him out of office. We can vote on our mayor and kick him or her out of office, but we can't vote on whether or not you can speak on behalf of those people. So I really want to thank the students who put this on today because this right is under assault today. The people who want to kill journalists, it's like, I'm going to sound like people who are intolerant, but leave the country because that's not what we're about. I don't really mean that, but you know, get the grip on yourself if you want to kill journalists. But that's what it means to be an American. And so I just want to thank you, and I want to thank Professor Simmons and his class for putting this on. I want to thank Professor Buck, who's always everywhere that we do anything. I want to thank Professor Stepanovich and Bonnie for being here and all the students. Just remember, the First Amendment says, Congress shall make no law establishing
a religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of the press. And I know you guys could finish reciting it, but the problem is, I mean, the point is that this is your right and no one but no one gets to take it away from you, no matter if you're talking about trophies and grades or you're talking about sex and labels about who is what. You get to say whatever you want, whenever you want, and I'm glad you guys got on the soapbox and really started using it the way it's supposed to. Thanks.
Yeah. For freedom! For